This short video will give you an idea of how to use the Online Learning Center to support Glencoe Health. That includes the high school programs, Health and Wellness, Making Life Choices, and Glencoe Health 2011, the middle school courses, Teen Health 1, 2, and 3, and then the Personal Fitness course. We're going to start out by going to Glencoe.com. This is the entry portal for the Online Learning Center. When you jump into this, it's going to take you to the intro page. Now there's two ways to get into this. If you're using Glencoe Health, you can actually go down to the bottom corner of this page where it says Quick Pass. If you go to your Glencoe Health book, we're going to jump in and go into Chapter 10. Down at the bottom corner of the page, when I zoom in right here, you're going to notice there is a Quick Pass symbol. GH 2011 C10S for Chapter 10S. Now I'm going to go back to the Quick Pass then, and we're going to type in GH 2011 C10S and hit go. And when we do that, it's going to take us to the Quick Pass page. So this takes us directly to the Chapter 10 landing page for Glencoe Health 2011. And then what you'll notice on this page is if I scroll down, I have my opening resources, and then down below all of my review and assessment resources, interactive health tutor, podcast. Now I will tell you this is strictly the student site. This is not for the teacher to go into. For the teacher and also for the student, the other option to go in is to actually scroll down. You'll see Access the Online Learning Center. I'm going to pick my state, in this case Georgia. I'm a teacher and I teach health and fitness. And when I click enter, that's going to take me into the landing page for all of our health courses, both middle school, high school, our personal fitness course. Now there's some additional resources on this page that you can get to that you can't get to using Quick Pass. First of all, you'll notice here's where you get into all the books. Down below you have an e-sample tour. Over on the right hand side, here's my state correlations to the health standards for Georgia. Down below, my technology tour, and if this is for if you need to have a refresher, you can go in and review all the technology. One other piece is Fitness Zone Online, and I want to jump in here real quick. There's some materials that you can use in any level of health class, in a personal fitness class, or also in a PE class. First of all, you have the Clipboard Energizer activity cards. When I click in, you're going to notice all of the categories of exercises: strength, stretching, circuit training. I can go into any specific one like core posture conditioning. I want to look at side position, and what comes up is actually a printable 8.5 by 11 card that you could laminate, use as a station. The students could go in and pull out the exercises to develop their personal fitness program when they go into that. When I click out, I'm back in. Some of the other resources you're going to find: heart rate monitor activities, fitness videos, links to nutrition and physical activity resources, nutrition and injury prevention. But I want to click into the fitness videos. And when I click into this segment, you're going to notice the different categories of exercise. I'm going to click into free weight, and I'm going to go into bench press.
Bench press works the muscles in the chest, shoulders, and arms. Lie on a bench on your back with your feet on the floor. Grasp the bar with palms up and hands.
That short video that's about 1 minute long will show the proper technique for bench press when they go into it. So this is available again for all the programs. Let's go back to that main page. From here's where I'm going into my book. So if I'm in middle school and teen health, I would pick the teen health course that's appropriate. In high school, I could go in and pick the high school courses that are appropriate, or in personal fitness. We're going to go in for demonstration purposes and look at Glencoe Health 2011. This brings up the site. There's a couple ways to navigate it. First of all, as a teacher, one of the things I might want to do is click into the site map. When I click into the site map, it is going to give me a list of all the resources for every single chapter by title. These are all links, so from this point, you can click into any activity that belongs in that list. Now I'm going to take you back to home, and here you can enter the Student Center or the Teacher Center. Now, to enter, just click right in the center of the block. As a teacher, you're going to get a list of teacher resources that come on the side zone. Now there are a few of these that are password protected, the Healthy Spotlight videos, the lesson plans for those videos, but you're going to notice right here to enter the username 2011GH for Glencoe Health. And the password is the last word of the last paragraph in the teacher edition on page TM42. So just find the last word in the last paragraph. When you click on the eSpotlight videos, that drop-down box is going to come in. Put in the username, 2011GH, and the password that's found on page TM42. A lot of the other resources you don't need the username to get into, and in these teacher resources there isn't anything that would really help a student. A couple of the really nice pieces, Business Week videos. These are streaming videos that you can pull up that are referenced in the designated chapters of the book. Also, if you have an interactive whiteboard, we have a series of interactive whiteboard activities that are listed here for these appropriate chapters. They can be downloaded and used either on a smartboard or a Promethean board when you go into that. Now, one last time, I'm going to click back to the Home section, and I'm into the Student Center. The best way for a student to use this is to actually go over and choose the chapter they're in. So we were looking at Chapter 10. I'm going to click into Chapter 10. All of the activities listed here go specifically with the content in Chapter 10. Now, here are some of the things you're going to find. There's a health inventory that's available. This is referenced on the chapter opening page. And this is a way a student can actually rate themselves or score themselves on best practices in health. So first of all, you're going to notice here I eat a variety of foods that provide nutrients. Well, yeah, I eat a lot of different foods. Secondly, I include plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grain. Well, no, I can't say I do that one. I choose lean meats and poultry. Yeah, I eat my food at McDonald's, and so on. As the student gets done, they can rate themselves and then actually email that back to the teacher if you so desire them to do that. So that's one of the ways that they can pull up that material. We're going to click back just for a minute. We want to look at the Interactive Health Tutor for just a second. The Interactive Health Tutor, you notice there's one for each lesson here. These are different kinds of games. This one is a concentration game. Do I want to be timed? Yes, I do. And now I'm going to go in and flip the titles. Vitamins, osteoporosis, that's not a match. Waxy fat-like substance, I don't think that's a mineral. Cholesterol, a waxy fat-like substance. I check my answer. Good job, I got that one right. If I try it and it doesn't match, I'm going to get a try again. And I can go through, I can see my score. I've got 1 pair and 2 tries, and so I come up with an evaluation for that. It's a different way for students to look at the materials. That would be the Interactive Health Tutor. The student web activities are very nice. These are web quests. You have one for the chapter here, so I can look down into this. Actually, I've got 2 for this chapter. I can follow the link. I have specific things that I'm looking for. I can actually type my information in and submit it, and then I can email that or print that out. I also have one of those web activities for the unit that's an overarching piece that pulls into Chapter 10. So I can follow that web quest as well when I go in. Two last things. One, interactive study guides. There's one again for each lesson. I'm going to jump into lesson 2. These are very simple. This is a summary paragraph of the lesson. The student takes the words, they drag it in. This would work very well on an interactive whiteboard or simply by students doing it. Once I get all of the pieces in, now you'll notice I was just pulling these in order, not trying to get them correct. I verify. In this one I got 1 out of 7. Minerals obviously is the correct one. I can then go back and pull all those pieces out and reorder that till I get it where it makes sense. And fortunately it does not give the correct answer when a student goes into it. Another piece for student review, they have an online quiz. This online quiz, they can go down, they answer the questions, B, A, B. When I finally finish, I can submit this and I get immediate feedback. So I got 1 correct, 2 incorrect. My first one, my answer was B, the correct answer was A. The second one I got correct. It shows my answers match up. Notice, interesting though, under number 4, it's unanswered. So it does not show me the right answer even when I get it wrong. If I do get it wrong, I get the feedback that tells me on what page number I can find that information when I go into it. The last piece on here are the e-flashcards. When I click these opens, it's simply a nice way for students to review the material. So I can view the terms, I can look, I can flip the cards. I can go to the next term and so on, and I can actually print these cards out if that's something that would benefit me or the students going into it. The last thing, you have some other pieces over on the left-hand side at the top, Health Podcast, Career Corner, Study Go, some pieces like that that are available that cover the whole book or the material in general when you go in. So if we look at what we've done, we started out at Glencoe.com. We either used the Quick Pass for Glencoe Health, or for any of the programs we signed in through the Access the Online Learning Center. We went from there to the main landing page. On that page I have my state correlations, I have my tech review tour, I've got access to my books, and then I have the Fitness Zone Online that can be used with all the programs and my e-sample packs that I'm able to pull up and look into. One other piece, we do a monthly newsletter. That's an e-newsletter. You can click in right here to the mailbox to give comments, or you can subscribe to that newsletter, and it includes an NBC Learn video that you can use with your classes each month. From there, we actually go into the Online Learning Center. I'm going to click back one more time. There's a couple different ways I can get into this. Number one, I can click into the site map. Number two, I can click into either the Teacher Center or the Student Center. The easiest way for the students is to click in the Student Center and then go to the chapter. One last word of recommendation. If my students were in Glencoe Health, I would have them bookmark this page in their favorites. So when they go onto their computer, they can click in, they go right to this and don't have to go through the sign-in page. And the best thing for you to do now would be go in your book, Glencoe.com, sign in as a health teacher from your state, click in the appropriate book, pick one chapter, and go through every resource in that chapter, and that will give you a great feeling for all of the many great learning activities that are available on the Online Learning Center at Glencoe.com.